Hello, friends. Mrinalini Dapke here. Today I am back with another story written by Shantanu Shashidharan. Shantanu Shashidharan is a research scholar at NIT Warangal. Born in Kerala and educated in Tamil Nadu, Shantanu is an avid reader and nature lover. He has published several scientific articles and is a popular science writer. Apart from books, Shantanu is a passionate gardener and a musician too. The name of the story is Surya Chandra. March 22, 2020. Surya woke up on a Sunday to his mother's incessant wake up calls. The 12-year-old boy felt the warm sun kissing his face and stretched his body. He could see from his window the vast expanse of coconut plantation that his father owned. Drowsily, he drifted towards the room where he heard the TV blaring. The nation will be on a complete lockdown from the next 14 days. The people of India are requested to stay at home and cooperate with the government. Surprised by what he had just heard, Surya sensed the sleep wear out from his body. Gathering his wits, he ran to the mother and inquired, Amma, will the school be closed? Can I play with Chandra all day? Can he stay at home with us? Meenakshi was busy preparing breakfast when Surya came into the room. Irritated, Meenakshi replied, Surya, go finish your morning course now. You know about dad's anger if you keep him waiting at the dining table. Surya's father, Krishnan, was an upper caste landlord in Payanur. Krishnan's father started as a small businessman but had struck gold with his venture into spice businesses. Today, Krishnan owned various businesses in the town and was a politically acclaimed member of the opposition party. With money and high society by his side, Krishnan subjugated over other people and businesses that obstructed his way. Disappointed by his mother's reply, Surya rushed to complete his course and waited for his playmate to come. At the dining table, Surya ate the hot dosa served on his plate and sheepishly asked his father, Acha, can Chandra stay with us during the lockdown so that I can play with him? Krishnan snubbed him by turning a deaf ear to his question and left the table after eating. By the time Surya finished his breakfast, Chandra and his mother arrived, and Surya ran out to play with his friend. Chandra was all who Surya had in his life as a friend. Chandra's mother Lakshmi was a domestic help at Krishnan's house while his father Kuttan worked at a coconut plantation nearby. Lakshmi treated Surya like her own kid and used to make uniappams especially for him. Apart from his daily work, Kuttan also used to tap coconut toddy and supply to shops owned by Krishnan. When it was time to leave for the day, Chandra's mom hesitantly asked Meenakshi, Chechi, in the radio they said it is locked down from tomorrow and asked us not to step out of our house. It is the end of the month and we are running out of supplies in the hut. Can you give us some money or rice? Red with anger, Meenakshi taunted, if you are not going to work, why should you be paid? If the government asked you to stay at home, go ask the government for rice and money. Get lost. A thunder rumbled the sky, and Chandra's chin slumped to his chest. Dejected and offended at the same time, Chandra and his mom left the place, and Surya would be seeing them for the last time. Things are not going to be the same now, and Surya felt it in his bones. As the monsoon rains hit the parched earth, Surya wondered, was it the tears of Chandra? August 15, 2040. Krishnan and Meenakshi were glued to the TV as the reporter announced. Good morning, viewers. The world has reeled under this virus for the past 20 years, and today we are the first COVID free nation. During this time, we lost our near and dear ones and struggled to stay alive. But today, on this day of our independence, we have won another war against this pandemic, and this was possible only because of Dr. Surya Payanur. Please welcome Dr. Surya Payanur, the renowned scientist who has saved the world from the deadly COVID 19. Good morning, Dr. Surya. How do you feel at this moment when India has become the first nation to be COVID free? I feel proud and excited actually. It was a tough journey and we all stayed together in this fight. It is not just my success, but the collective success of all the people of India. Kudos to everyone. Dr. Surya, hailing from a small town called Payanur, what inspired you to take up this path amid all the hardships of the virus? As you mentioned, it was hard. Rather, it was a journey filled with thorns. We will have to telecast it in many episodes if we travel into my past life. But in short, I always believed and still believe the best view comes after the hardest climb. That's correct, Dr. Surya. It is a proud moment after all. But unfortunately, this climb of yours was over the bodies of many innocents. You, Dr. Surya, son of Krishnan, definitely had episodes of blood and thunder in your life, hadn't you? Surya was stunned when he heard the question. His mind drifted 20 years back to the COVID days, a period he would never forget in his life. April 1, 2020. After a deeply hurt Chandra left, Surya spent his days of lockdown loitering around his house and chasing hens in his farm. Late one rainy evening, Krishnan arrived home panting and sweating. Calling Minakshi to his room, he shut the doors and suddenly Surya heard his mother crying. The next moment, the doors opened and Surya started running, his mother holding his hands while his father led the way with a torch. They fled as fast as they could, avoiding roads and sticking to the forest paths. It was the triple lockdown period, and the police personnel were vigilant. Shoot at sight was the order. For 3 days, Krishnan and his family traveled on foot, stopping only to eat and sleep. At last, they reached a small, dilapidated house in the middle of a dense forest. Surya realized that the nearest town was kilometers away and cautiously entered the house, fearing a wild animal might attack him any time. Meenakshi and immediately set about arranging things around the house, while Surya, now comforted, walked around exploring the house. When dinner was set for the night, Meenakshi called out to Surya to come and have his food. When Surya failed to answer any of his mother's calls, Krishnan and Meenakshi searched for Surya around the house. They at last found him staring at a photo on the wall. In the photo hanging on the wall, Surya recognized his grandfather, grandmother, his mother, father, and another stranger of uncanny resemblance to his grandmother standing together. Turning to his mom, he asked, "What happened, Amma? Where are we? And why are we here?" Sobbing inconsolably, his mom narrated what had happened. Blood was in their hands. Many have died, and several others have been admitted to the hospitals. Spurious liquor served at Krishnan's toddy shop secretly was the reason, and the lockdown situation had forced several workers to resort to the illegally run toddy shop. Pained over the loss of lives, people razed Krishnan's several establishments down to the ground and vowed to sever Krishnan's head off. A riot had broken out, and the police were battling to control it. They were now at their ancestral house in Wayanad. After a long period of silence, Surya looked at his mom and worriedly asked, "What happened to Chandra and his family? Are they safe?" Meenakshi held Surya to her bosom and sobbed desperately. Turning to the photo, Surya recognized the face in the photo suddenly. A voice filled the silent night. "Kuttan is my brother and Chandra is your own cousin." It was Krishnan's voice. After the interview, Dr. Surya hurried to meet the reporter. Unable to find him, he inquired with the cameraman for directions to the reporter's cabin. Laughing, the cameraman said, "Professor, he is not a reporter, he is the CEO of our channel, Mr. Chandra. His office is on the third floor, straight to the right." Dr. Surya felt his heart rate increase. He could feel the energy ebb out from his body as he climbed the spiraling staircase. As he clambered the never ending stairs to the office, the memories of a disappointed Chandra leaving his house and the dreaded journey to his ancestral home came flashing before his eyes. He felt a sharp throbbing pain in his chest and immediately collapsed unconscious on the balustrade. Moments later, when Dr. Surya regained his consciousness, he was lying on a sofa in a luxuriously decorated room. He saw Mr. Chandra, sitting next to him. Sitting upright, he asked, "Is it you, Chandra? But you died in the riot. How did you survive?" Looking out of the window, Chandra said, "That day, once the riot broke, the rioters lynched my dad to death. They thought my dad was also a part of it. With whatever we could lay our hands on, I and mom left for my mom's tribal lands of Kur, where I spent few more years growing up. After graduating from college, I started this business and today I'm here." Startled, Surya pleaded, "Chandra, I'm so sorry for your loss, but my dad is innocent. Someone else had done it that day, but Kuttan uncle's death is partly because of my dad's illegal business too. How will I be able to repay you for your loss?" Chandra stood up and smiled at Surya and said, "What is past, Surya. But I know it wasn't your dad, Surya. I know who did it." Shocked, Dr. Surya looked at Chandra and asked, "Who was it, Chandra? Who would think of such an act and why?" Laughing aloud, Chandra sneered, "Surya, you innocent fool. You never realized it, did you? My parents were tortured day in, day out without any mercy by your family. Do you know why? Just because my mom came from a lower caste, my dad, your uncle, was treated as an outcast and ostracized from the family. Every day of my life was a struggle, seeing my parents make two ends meet. That day when your mom refused food, I decided it was enough and wanted to put an end to it. That dreaded day, it was me who poisoned the liquor so that your dad would be blamed. But things took a wrong turn, and I lost my dad instead. Nevertheless, in the end, the court declared your dad guilty of the episode, and I rejoiced that moment. With the compensation my family received, I worked hard and journeyed through the so called path of thorns. It was me, Surya, it was me." Laughing evilly, Chandra left the room, leaving Surya alone. The laughs echoed inside Surya's head. A thunder struck outside, and it was raining again. So, guys, how did you like the story? Please let us know in the comment section. Also, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share our channel. We will be back with another story next time. And till then, keep spreading the joy of stories, keep listening to stories, and take care. Goodbye.